Plus wisdom as well that you acquire over your life. You understand that certain things are worth it, some things are not, and some things are more priceless than other things. And when you're a bit young, you're all over the place, right? That's just because you want to have fun. But having that grounded mindset, like at that elderly age, most people have that because.
Sorry, did you say you have become more religious?
I really don't care about being more religious or not. I want to become the best version of myself, and Islam really helps me do that. Islam gives me like a structured guideline for myself to become the best version of myself. So like we pray 5 times a day, wake up in the morning, early in the morning, positive start, we're praising God, right? And even if there's studies done on this, that if you praise, if the more grateful you are for something, the higher the quality of life ratio, right? So we start off being grateful to God. We supplicate to Him. There's a one-way direction that we supplicate to Him, right? We start the day positively. Then we try to do as much as we can. As a Muslim, I should not waste my time, because the concept of my perspective is that this life is a test. I'm here for a temporary amount of time. So if I want to be on the highest ranks of paradise, for example, I want to do as much as I can, right? I want to make the most of what I have. So Islam says, like this body is a gift, therefore treat it properly. I suppose as a Muslim I should be strong, fit, healthy, right? Not have bad foods, right? I'm supposed to take care of my health. That's why in Ramadan you're fasting, right? And there's a system for everything within Islam, right? We're not supposed to be. Islam's about control.
Yeah.
If you want somebody to really implement control in their life, or to truly unleash the best version of themselves, Islam is the best way, because Islam says no alcohol. Now alcohol, you might have fun from it, but medically speaking, it's not good for your body. Socially speaking, problems can arise from alcohol.
Yeah,
right?
we should get Medved down there.
So alcohol, it can destroy families, right? There's negatives to alcohol. You might have some positives, but the negatives for the greater of society outweigh more than the positives. So Islam says no alcohol. Islam says respect your neighbors, right? Don't create rift amongst the community. Don't backbite, don't steal, don't cheat, right? All these values that if people implement truly to a higher degree, it forces you to become the best version of yourself, right? Like for example, if I help you from going to there to there, let's say, like with anything, I get a reward for it. So
Are there in like the afterlife? Are there like tiers of so like
Yeah, because like in Catholicism, I know that's what my family is.
there's purgatory,
Yeah,
right?
purgatory and then heaven.
Okay.
And if you don't make it, you're either stuck in purgatory or hell.
Good question.
are there like levels?
And hell.
So we believe that when you die, your soul goes up, right? We believe God exists outside of this universe, right? He's nothing like His creation. He's one, He's unique. We don't know what He looks like, right? But He has these attributes that we know, right? We go up, and then we go into another dimension called barzakh. This dimension is where all the souls are resting. If you were good in this life, right, your time in barzakh is a very peaceful, calm, and it's like a sleep. And if you were bad in this life, it's like torture. Then, after when the world ends, then everybody will be resurrected again, body and soul, from the Islamic perspective, and everybody from the beginning of time till the end will be held accountable all at once. And then from there, you truly decide. God decides whether you go to hell or you go to heaven, right? Now, being Muslim is not enough to avoid hell. Why? Because we believe God is infinitely just, al-adl, right? So let's say, for example, even if I believe in God, right, but I murder, I steal, I rape, right, I kill, right, I still have to be held accountable for them actions. So, so hell is then my punishment, right? But if you live a righteous life, believing in God, right, following His guidelines, because we believe that you can't benefit God, but the guidance that gives you is a benefit for yourself, right? So, where was I? Yeah.
To be honest, I mean, I will be honest, I'm not that religious.
Okay.
But I do try and go out my way to be, nice to everyone and help everyone. I need to volunteer soon, but if there's a homeless person on the street, I'll always ask if they want food. In work, I give it out to the homeless. I mean,
do you know why you do? No. So Islamically speaking, the human being, we believe that everyone's born upon this natural predisposition called the fitrah, where it's like your moral compass. So for example, you don't need the UK government to tell you that murdering is illegal. You know that this is bad. If you kill somebody, deep down you'll know that this is not good, right? Or if you do something wrong, even if, let's say, you lie to your parents, you say that I've got this chocolate behind my back, and they don't know, right? Deep down you know you're doing something wrong. Similarly, when you do acts of goodness, you're basically unclouding that fitrah. All kids are born on this natural innocence of that fitrah. Depending on what kind of environment you're raised in, then you either cloud it or you uncloud it, and you see things a bit more clearer. So for example, if you're living a lifestyle of just partying, work, this, that, right? Not really given a chance for you to think about yourself or try to become the best version of yourself, then you're not giving time to the spiritual aspect of the human being. So we believe that there's multiple dimensions of the human being. There's a spiritual aspect, there's a physical component, the mental component, right? Each one should be balancedly approached. But to achieve paradise, right, you have to basically believe in God from the Islamic perspective, right? And our concept of God is not a hard one to believe in. We don't believe that God is a tree or like a man or a woman, right? We believe God is an independent existence. He's necessary, right? And that he's all-knowing, all-seeing, all-hearing, all-powerful, right? We don't know what it looks like, but we know that something powerful had to bring this universe into being. Therefore, he is powerful in his nature, right? So, something can't come from nothing. This universe couldn't have just popped out of nowhere. Even let's say a Big Bang did happen. What initiated that Big Bang?
Yeah.
So we say that God put that Big Bang in place. Right? The Quran doesn't reject, science, right? The Quran is a very scientific book. So, for example,
A lot of science came from the Ottoman Empire.
yeah, definitely. You know what? This leaflet here, that green one,
Yeah.
goes a bit more in depth in that. If you're a big fan of science, you'll cover a bit more things in there.
Cool.
So,
Yeah, because I think you can still believe in science and be religious. I mean, I know those people.
yeah, I know. No, a lot of modern day science comes from the Islamic period. Medicine came from Islamic scholar. Astrology, pictography, all these, policing, universities. The first university was actually invented by a Muslim female scholar called Fatima Zahri in Morocco.
Oh,
What was
go
that?
on.
That was, I don't know the exact date.
Well, yeah, like ages.
Yeah, but she was a female scholar. And Islamic scholarship, is very, very big thing in Islam. You're supposed to seek knowledge, everyone, right?
Yeah.
So that first university ever was done by a female Muslim scholar. So everybody around the globe went to that first university in Morocco, Fez. You can look it up in your meantime as well.
Oh, yeah.
Algebra.
I wanna go.
Yeah.
Morocco is a beautiful place as well, right? A lot of Islamic culture there as well. Algebra comes from somebody called Al-Khwarizmi. He's a mathematician that came up with the concept of algebra. So a lot of things that we implement in our daily lives comes from the Islamic civilization. And that's because we're people of logic, not people of just blind faith. We're supposed to think. We don't believe in God just like it's a fairy tale. We understand that something can't come from nothing, right? And that you can't have so much complexity and design just pop out of nowhere. This tree here, for example, is not man-made, or it's not woman-made, or it's not made from any kind of manufacturing. Initially, something complex had to put this into place. So, again, that's as much as I can say. I don't want to take too much of your time as well. It's been an honor. Just one moment. I'm just going to play a little game with you guys. Just one second.
And I was reading 20 verses every day, 20 ayahs a day. And in doing 20 ayahs a day, it only takes me.
So this is YouTube channel called Merciful Servant. Goes over the basics about Islam. And this is something called reverts to Islam. These are people who are non-Muslim then become Muslim, because Islam is a faith. When you let's say if